See, I didn't know to
What
bring
is
props.
up, world? What is up, world? What is up, world? You are in tune to the Know It All podcast. And of course, you got your usual suspects plus one. Today, we have Teresa Brady on with us, and we're definitely going to talk to her about sports. And Big G has already had, this thing up. But go ahead and talk about it, Big G. We're not going to get into the actual game talk, but you see what it is. Holla at Big G. What's good?
I'm just having a good weekend so far. Some great things has happened for a particular team that we're going to talk about later on the show. I got a few little props, a few little things, but listen, it was a great week of college football. We got some NFL news, but I'm just glad to be back in the building. The live chat is jumping off already. I see all the people over there, man. So let's do what we do and get it started on a Know It All Sunday, man.
And we have our boy Tate Boy Fresh. What's good, man? How you doing, bro?
My G, what's happening, man? I'm doing all right, man. Another weekend. I've been out and about all day today. It's not been a busy weekend, but with college football going wire to wire yesterday, and my sister, her family here, my sister and brother-in-law, and the 3 little kids for the fantasy football draft tonight and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's been a busy weekend. Friday and Monday make it longer. So usually they would have left about this time. Y'all have seen them around here before.
Yeah.
Usually Monday by 4 or 5 o'clock they leave it, but because tomorrow's a holiday, they still here. And here we are.
They spend the night. They're gonna spend the night.
They've been spending night since Friday, Joker.
Oh Lord, they ain't going nowhere. I feel them. Courtney, I love you, babe. Good talking about you.
Miss Teresa, how are you? It's good to have you on the program today.
I am excited.
Tell our listeners a little bit about yourself.
I am a fan of the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm a Buckeye Nation girl. I'm a OHIO all day. I am excited about this college season. I'm really a big buff when it comes to college football. So this weekend was big for me. I actually went to our Ohio State national headquarters where we, all the fans come out and, ride for our team. So I was excited about that. I thought we looked decent. And I'm glad for the win. I'll take the W.
All right now. We want to welcome everybody in. To the Know-It-Alls. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook and on Twitch so that when we go live, you'll definitely get those notifications. We do have a new Facebook page up, and I will let Tate talk about that here shortly. But Big G, let them know, man. Tell them why they should like and subscribe.
Man, listen, y'all, we're only about 35, 36 subscribers away from the 1K. We've been advertising a lot on the show that once we reach the 1K capacity, we're going to have a huge giveaway, a couple gift certificates, a LeBron James jersey, a Michael Jordan jersey, and all you have to do to help us spread the word concerning the Know-It-Alls podcast, there's the QR code. Scan and subscribe. Help us fulfill our campaign to get us to 1K subs because we're headed in that direction. We're going to have backstage content. We're going to have a lot of other things going on. You've already seen us roll some things out. Tate's Tate of Integrity. Big G's keeping it 100. But we're going to put a lot more things on the show weekly as we go forward on the Know-It-Alls. But we can't do it without you guys. So we need your help. We need your support. Help us get to the 1K and over the threshold of 1K subs for this channel on YouTube.
Absolutely. And Tate, tell them about the new Facebook page.
He got the big fine early.
He got the
big fine. Big fine. Give me my bread.
All right. I deserve that one. But no, it's nothing really to tell, man. We got a new Facebook page. We got an adult in charge of the Facebook page right now. So, we had some other not as responsible people handling the Facebook page. It had been hacked, had been taken over, had been held out for bribery and everything. But now we have this guy taking care of it. So, yeah, go subscribe or like, follow, whatever you do on Facebook. Y'all know what to do. Go on and check it out. We trying to grow that thing too. No Diddy to myself. But
yeah, you got a big no Diddy. You got a big no Diddy talking about it ain't trying to grow. Yeah.
It ain't there no more, Ma. It ain't there no more.
Okay.
You was looking for it.
It's
It's the audio mod. It's the audio. There's audio out there.
Audio.
Okay. Listen, I wasn't looking for it at all. I was actually sharing. I was just shaking my head. No, for real.
Okay.
So make sure that you hit like button. Make sure you share with someone and let them know that the KnoItAllz is on. Also, make sure that you also put your notification bell on. We noticed that a lot of y'all don't have your notifications on, so you don't know that when we're going. All right. So we're finna get this party started. We're gonna get this party started quickly. We'll be right back right after this. And we are back and we are ready to go, man. Listen, this was the best first week of college football that I think I've ever seen in my life. And we had the biggest game of that weekend. We're going to start here. The Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Texas Longhorns. Tate, man, talk to me. How you feel about this week's game, man? How'd you feel about the game?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Well, I thought it was a really good game, a really competitive game. Two of the best defenses in the country, obviously, went at it yesterday in Columbus and the Horseshoe. And I feel like, man, I mean, to me, it was a lot of good games yesterday, right? But I feel like that was actually one of the best games. And it was kind of, that the anticipation of the game was building all week. And, I mean, like I was watching stuff on TV all week about it. And I watched you and Big G talk on Level Up podcast with Sarah C on Monday. Talk about it. And I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about this.
Not being a homer, just from everything I said, the solidity in coaching, the fact that Texas has had the same coaches, there for these last 3 years, that they're ready. This is a game they're going to be ready for. You have Arch Manning, who I think is way more experienced, just a little bit more. Let me say that, just a little bit more experienced than Julian Sain. And you're going to have a running game. You're going to have a running game that's going to allow Texas and Arch to be able to be in short down and distance. And I think here's the deal. I agree with you on some of this. I agree at the very beginning of the game, it's going to be a game of attrition. The defense is going to be stopping offenses. Defense is going to be stopping offenses. Then I believe the bow breaks, and you're going to see Texas take over. I have Texas winning this game 35-21. 35-21 Texas, and that was my reason why.
Say what? So what you saying?
I think this is some good stuff that you shared, but everybody has, I think I said what I said was really, really good, and it was on point. It just actually went a different way. Texas was able to run the ball. They did that. We ran for 166 yards.
Did you?
Ohio State won for 77.
Was it me or was it you? Am I talking or you talking?
Well, I mean, the fact that
you didn't have to defend yourself. You'll get your turn to talk.
The fact that you put all of that up and went through your way to go through this whole thing was crazy to me. But okay, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think,
that can't be your stick. It can't be your stick. You can't just sit up and try to make fun of people to try to make your stick. I mean, for real, it was my take, and it was actually on point. The game just went a different way. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Allow me to say this. One, put some respect on the shoe. It was a terrible take to say Texas is going to win by 2 touchdowns at Ohio State. That alone is a terrible take. Okay, I got a head nod in agreement and a fact sign. So I think the majority goes that way.
You would from 2 Ohio State fans. You definitely would. But go ahead. Go ahead, finish.
But because they would have told you on Monday, like, man, they playing in the horseshoe.
A football game's a football game, bro. There's
Listen,
going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser.
This what I want to say about it. Yeah, but I mean, 2 touchdown loser wasn't going to happen to Ohio State at home. But this what I want to say. It was really a good game. I think Texas and Ohio State, provided they don't have to play each other in the playoff, that could be a national championship, could be a rematch at the time. I think both defenses are outstanding. The offenses will come around when they're not playing each other's defense. I think Julian Sand played a really good game. I think Arch Manning does what his uncles do in the big moment. Choked up. He did, but he missed a whole bunch of throws though, man.
He did.
He missed a whole bunch of throws. Now he threw a dot that touchdown pass. That's getting to be too little, too late. Jeremiah Smith dropped a few passes. Otherwise, Saints' number would be even better. The tight end dropped the 4th down, and the fact that we can talk about all Texas stats, but the fact that they was 1 for 5 on 4th down was the difference in the game. They went 1 for 5 on 4th down. So, I mean, I think yesterday the team that played better won. I think they're both talented, but yesterday the team that played better won and had the home field advantage. So I'm done with that. I just don't want you ever again to say somebody gonna beat Ohio State by 2 touchdowns in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay,
that's facts.
So, just I love the fact I love being me. I love being able to be, let's say I love being me. Here's the deal. If you watched the game yesterday, you saw everything that you should have saw. Number one, I didn't believe in Matt Patricia like that. And Big G said it. Matt Patricia called an elite game. He may not have had his guys, but they played his system. And the craziest thing happened. You saw Arch Manning, who's not a bad quarterback, get totally confused. And that was something that I expected for Pete to do to Julian Sane. And the fact of the matter is that you have to give that coordinator, because I doubted the coordinators. It was the coordinators that I doubted. Hartline didn't show me anything, right?
He didn't have
showed,
to though, because Ryan Day is there. Ryan Day is the head of the offense. Ryan Day was Urban Meyer's offensive coordinator. So we didn't have to worry about Hartline was doing. That's where you went wrong too.
Okay, so Patricia showed me everything. And when I say that it was I said in my take that it was going to be a game of attrition in the first. I said the defenses were going to be defensive, which they did. You know what I'm saying? Both defenses showed up. Texas's defense
minus 56 points scored in the game, though. Defense is not going up with 56 points.
Texas defense actually showed up and they played a good game. And the problem is, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it out loud. No excuses. We lost the game, but the problem is what the problem is, and it's what it's been. Steve Sarkisian has lost twice to Georgia now. He's lost twice to Ohio State, right? And I'm gonna tell you the truth. If he loses this other game to Georgia, we're looking at him side eye. He's gonna have to Big G. And here's
I've been saying it. I've been saying it.
Here's what Big G said for real, and I got to give him the credit. That's why I told him behind the scenes before we went on. I said I haven't told him this, and he's gonna be like, "Wow," because he knows. At this point, Sark got to give up the OC. He can't. He has to give up the OC. He has to give up the OC, and I'm gonna give you that. Arch is not a bad quarterback. Patricia did what he was supposed to do to Arch Manning. Shut him down. You know what I'm saying? Confused the heck out of him. He was sitting there holding the ball. If you notice that the offensive line, wasn't a whole bunch of sacks going on. You know what I'm saying? He was getting coverage sacks more than anything. And then when he was throwing the ball, and did I not say this on Level Up? I said one quarterback is going to be seeing ghosts. I thought it was going to be saying, but Arch was seeing ghosts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the balls were hitting right to the ground. I'm like, where is he throwing? So I agree totally.
Yeah.
Facts. And some of that was because I told you, I said, what are you going to do when Matt Patricia gives you a 4-3 look and CJ Hicks stands straight up, and now you got a 3-4 look and Caleb Downs walks right in the box?
Well,
there's video evidence to show you he had no idea what to do.
They were
idea.
In cover 2, right? They were in cover 2, right? And then
so I got a stat for you. Do you know that Ohio State played? Do you know that Ohio State played man press 61% of the snaps? They played man press. It looked like zone, but it was single high safety man press the whole freaking game.
No.
Yes, they did. 61% of the snaps. I got the stat.
No, I didn't see that. We were watching film. We were watching film. They showed cover 2, and they would back off into cover 3. And sometimes that would be man. I'll give you that. Sometimes that would be man. But the crazy thing is, that's what a pro coordinator does to a pro quarterback, and it worked to perfection. So
they was man up when y'all was in 11. They was man up. I'm telling 61% of the snaps they was in man.
Hats off.
But it didn't look like it. Didn't look like
good game though. Good game.
It was a good game.
Tell you why you got your hand up, man. About to get the big phone.
Called on. I don't want to just jump in on Miles take. I want to ask why did you doubt Matt Patricia? Big G said Matt Patricia then called games in Super Bowls. This is on Level Up. He called games in Super Bowls. You said don't matter though. This is different. That's what you said.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, guess what? Even though you say you call games in Super Bowl in the NFL, you know, if that be the case, you know, the greatest college coach is who?
Nick Saban.
Horrible in the pros.
No, he was a quarterback away.
They go hand in hand.
No, right? Nick Saban was a good pro coach. He was a quarterback away. If he gets Drew Brees, Nick Saban was a Super Bowl.
But if it was everybody be drunk. So I mean, again, no excuses. I'm just saying. I'm saying to the whole thing.
That's a small sample size, though. That's a small sample size. I mean, to think Matt Patricia can confuse professional quarterbacks at a Super Bowl level, and I believe he was coordinator for at least 3 or maybe 4 of the Super Bowls, at least 3.
He got 3 chips. He got 3 chips.
And confuse them quarterbacks.
Oh, here we go.
You don't think he's gonna confuse Arch Manning in his 3rd game starting on the road in the horseshoe? With all the studs he got?
Hold on.
Crazy, man. You right. I am crazy.
Punishment, that was biased, man. That was a biased crazy room, bro. That was biased.
Pun. He tried to get in it already.
Big Pun is here for the trolls only, man. You know that.
Yeah, but I'm listen. I'm telling you, man. And I told you on Level Up, I've been screaming it for weeks. I said Arvell Reese, Caleb Downs, CJ Hicks, and Sonny Styles is the difference makers. I said that Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles is the best 1-2 combination linebackers in the freaking country. Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese is really all that in the bag of chips, bro. But what happened was, I ain't gonna say no names, but a certain guy on this podcast said in public and in private that their offense would be able to stop us. And I was like, there's no freaking way, because I knew what they had. Ohio State is loaded. They are, and what it is, they're babies. They're a bunch of kids. They don't have there's hardly no seniors on this team. They are little kids out there playing, and they're more talented than any team in the country. They're the number 1 talented team in the country, period.
Hey,
what now?
Big G, total yards, just read stats. Total yards, 203. Passing yards, 126. Rushing yards, 77. Yards per play, 3.8.
Yards don't matter when you have impact plays. And listen, y'all got most of your yards after the 5-minute mark after the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Arch hit a 29-yard out to the left and hit a 37-yard touchdown for a touchdown. That's when his yards came. Texas didn't do nothing.
That's when he showed up in the fourth quarter. That's when he showed up in the fourth quarter.
With 5 minutes left to go in the game. Exactly. He didn't do nothing.
Big facts. My point is that both defenses showed up and got money.
They did.
That's my point.
I think Ohio State left 2 touchdowns on the field. I know with Jeremiah Smith, when he missed that out to that tight end, Jeremiah Smith was wide open in the end zone. I know that was money. That was touchdown money right there.
And y'all still win the game, right? Because we left 2 touchdowns on the field. So y'all still win the game.
I don't know. I think y'all got stopped on a touchdown.
Y'all got stopped. Yeah, y'all got stopped. Ohio State went for it on 4th and goal, and they got theirs. When y'all went for it on 4th and goal,
it's not an argument, though. It's not an argument. What I'm saying to you is,
you didn't leave them on the field.
I say y'all still win. If you said you left, if we're saying the if game, we're playing the if game, right? If Sark called a different play instead of an Arch Manning,
you all the way into the weeds with that tape.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's the same thing. The fact of the matter is, and then Teresa, your take. The fact of the matter is Ohio State won the game 14-7. Teresa, go ahead.
I agree. I think one of the things y'all are not talking about is how precise he was in his throwing. I was really impressed with what he did. I think when you're talking about, this, one of my friends, he was like, Teresa, if y'all playing them again, and at the end of the season, y'all gonna lose. And I was like, he's like, his man, he's gonna get better. I was like, no, we gonna get better. I said, we're all going to get better. So I think that going into this game, all the hype of it, there was a lot of unknowns, a lot of predictions that did not fall through. And I think that right now, I'm going to have to say that Ohio State, I might be biased, but Ohio State in this game was the better team regardless.
Okay, and I want to say this too, man. I want to say this. Arch Manning is the most overhyped college football player I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm putting that on record, on wax, on film. He is the most overrated college football player I have ever seen in my life. They hyped him like he was the second coming of Jesus Christ. And he's not. That was legitimate. You could tell he was scared. He was not ready for that. Oh, yes, he wasn't ready for that moment.
He was scared.
He wasn't ready. He was scared. You seen it on him.
He was unprepared. He wasn't scared.
Well, then if he was unprepared, then you should be looking at firing your head coach.
I'm looking
because he had the whole season to get him ready.
What did I just say?
He's been sitting down for 2 years.
Yeah, yes, he had 2 years plus and all season to get him ready.
And another thing Ma said, and it was in the clip, that Arch got way more. Well, let's not say way more, but he got. Ma was counting on Arch, and Arch didn't show up. And it's in the genes. The name Manning is why they look at him so big. But if you remember, when Peyton was young, Peyton in the pocket got happy feet. When Rush came his way, Eli won some big games, but Eli won never just like that. I mean, so it's kind of like in the family, right? It's in the DNA. So
I agree.
I wasn't surprised by it.
I agree. I mean, there's been times that, I mean, the first family, they call them the first family of football, but there's been times when I mean, I always say that Eli's the best player on the Cowboys team. I would always say that. You know what I'm saying? And he knows that I was saying
he beat GOAT 2 times, though.
Yeah, he did win it.
Hey, Ma, Arch was out there looking like yellow.
He
was Arch was out there telling me, like, I can't find a wide receiver that looks yellow. They ain't no yellow. They ain't no this. And my favorite color is yellow. And so because my favorite color is yellow, I can't find a wide receiver that looks yellow. And start your playbook don't have no yellow hot calls. So I mean, I don't understand. He actually looked like that. He looked like, but it's because I'm telling you, his nerves was shot, man. That moment, and like I love college football, but that moment was too big for him, man. It was. Because Paul Feinbaum, ESPN, all them people that just hyped him up to be the second coming. He's not. He's an average quarterback that needs to learn to get better. And his head coach didn't do him no favors. So let's keep that perfectly clear. He didn't do him no favors, but he's not ready. He's not ready to be the one that you plant the flag and say, this dude's going to lead us to the national championship. I don't know if he don't have enough talent around him offensively or if because he needs an offensive coordinator. I don't know which way that is, but he's not ready. He is not ready.
Yeah. So there were other games that happened yesterday, man, and with other quarterbacks, and I definitely want to talk about this one, G. So Nico left for $2 million and went to UCLA.
Trash.
And then he had a quarterback replacement that came to Tennessee and they played Syracuse.
Dog.
45-26. What do you think about that quarterback performance, G?
He better than Nico. Nico was listen, the cupboard board was, Nico left and went to UCLA. Okay, I understand he was homesick and want to go home. But what he left at Tennessee, insert the quarterback and pour water. It's automatic. Tennessee is not to be played with, bro. Now, their defense is a little suspect, but offensively, they're going to attack you vertically like there ain't no tomorrow. And I watched a quarter and a half of that game because, like, I recorded it and went back and watched it. Bro, you talking about NASCAR? They was NASCARing the hell out of them. I'm talking about like they snapped the ball, 1001, 1002, snap the ball again. Run up to the line, 1001, 1002, 1003, snap the ball again. I said, Syracuse don't stand a chance in hell. Because they was gasping literally for air. They tried to suffocate them because Tennessee coach is on the hot seat. And he knows he let Nico walk out the door. He knows he got to smash the gas.
Well,
he knows he has to.
You got to think about it. Former Oklahoma quarterback who went to the national championship. You know, this guy's going to play vertical. He's going to do that. Tate, let me ask you. LSU Clemson, did you get a chance to see it?
Yeah, I checked it out.
So what did you think about Cade Klubnik and what's the quarterback's name?
Nussmeier.
Nussmeier. Garrett Nussmeier. What did you think about that matchup?
It was a good game. It came down to the end. Cade Klubnik on that fourth down play with 40 seconds left. They was inside the LSU 20. He didn't get proper protection on that last play. So, it really was kind of like a Hail Mary play. I mean, the defenses showed up in that game too, though. That was a low-scoring game. The defenses showed up. I think they're two of the probably top 5 or 6 quarterbacks coming out next year in the draft. I like Klubnik better. I'm not a believer in Nussmeier, but LSU has a good team also. And like Big G said in our chat text last night that LSU saved the SEC, and they probably did because
they did.
They was, and they could have went down, but their defense is better than it was last year.
Oh, yes.
Brian, what's his Brian?
Kelly.
Yeah. Brian Kelly got in the transfer portal and recruited a whole new defensive line. So, them guys kind of played good ball last night, but it was a good game. And I think the 4 teams we talking about in the big games, Tennessee played Syracuse, but we saw Clemson play LSU and Ohio State play Texas. Those are 4 playoff teams. And I think Texas and Ohio State are only going to get better. Teresa mentioned Julian saying, I thought he looked good. When he played average to just above average competition, he's going to be a killer out there, man.
He's going to smoke.
He's going to be a killer out there.
He's going to smoke him.
I could see him having, because he got Jeremiah Smith and Tate, I could see him having better numbers than Arch this year.
Oh, me too, definitely. Teresa, you were about to say something about Garrett Nussmeier.
I was gonna say something about Brian Kelly. I think Brian Kelly he's not one of my favorite coaches. Actually, I don't like him as a coach. Well, I like him as a coach. I just don't like him as a person, probably is what I would say about him. But he is a builder of teams. I mean, he came to Cincinnati, built that Cincinnati program up and blew it out the waters. I went to UC. The thing that I don't like about him is why I said I don't really care for him, even though he's a great coach and can build teams. I don't feel as though he's always with the players, and that you have to have the input from the players to get to what you really, really, really want. So I feel as though he's building this team. I just hope that he is. And the reason why I say he's not for the players is because when we went to the bowl, we had to play Tim Tebow. This was the year he was going to Notre Dame. It was 1 week. He could have stayed 1 week to stay with us for the bowl. He left. He left them boys. And he did the same thing to Notre Dame. And I'm like, if you don't have a loyalty, which goes back to Jerry Jones too, but if you don't have loyalty to your players and your team, you're not going to get them to work for you. So I think he's a great coach as it relates to building teams, but as it relates to him building up individuals, I think he might has to work on that for them to really be what he wants them to be in the long run. So that's just my take. I watched the game. I don't like either one of those teams, but I watched the game and LSU did do a better job at the end.
I like that because personal influence is always greater than positional. So you're absolutely right. Tate, G, let me ask you, how many yards do you think that Nussmeier and Klubnik threw for?
Less than 200 apiece, both of them, because it was a defensive struggle.
Actually, they both threw for 230 yards apiece.
Yeah,
Nussmeier was 28 of 38 for 230 and 1 touchdown. K. Klubnik was 19 of 38 for 230 yards and 1 interception.
Tay said he liked them. I think they both might be top picks, but they ain't the best quarterback in the country. The best quarterback in the country, we're all black in South Carolina. Lenore Sellers is the best quarterback in the country. I'm telling you, he's a dog.
He's down there throwing out. He just threw a long touchdown pass.
I hope to God that the whole NFL sleep on him in some kind of way he can get to the Pittsburgh Steelers because he's a killer. He's a killer.
Wow.
He's a flat-out killer. I don't care what nobody say. He's a dog.
Hey,
But Maude, I don't know if you're going to ask about the Alabama-Florida State.
I was just about to ask about that. What do we think about Florida State after the Alabama, after they just mercy killed Alabama 31-17? It was really bad. What are we saying about Florida State? Is this a comeback year for them, Tate? What
Looks
you think?
like it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I said in our thread yesterday, Gus Malzahn make a difference. They had the quarterback, can't remember his name now, yesterday's news, the quarterback that got hurt and they didn't make the playoffs, right?
Get Penn State out of here.
What is
that part?
We get them out of here. We're talking about we are.
Y'all
play My Mary Mother of Grace.
G, what was the quarterback's name that got hurt for Florida State? And they didn't go. I'm trying to remember Buddy's name.
The little short Jordan, Travis Jordan.
Travis. Yeah, well, he got hurt. They didn't make it. They got drugged in the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs. They got drugged in a bowl game.
Georgia beat the hell out of them.
They did right them not going to the playoffs. Last year they was 2-10. Some stuff had to happen. They brought in Gus Malzahn, who's an offensive genius, especially at the
dog.
Brought him in, changed that offense up, got them a mobile quarterback that can throw the ball.
Dog.
And Alabama's on the way down. This 2 years in a row. Once Saban left the building, bye-bye.
Yeah. A lot of the Alabama fans are saying that they're asking for Saban to come back. Go ahead, Big G.
He ain't coming back. Nick Saban ain't going back to Alabama. Doesn't have the resources to make them relevant. And listen, I just want Alabama to be nice to this dude when you can, because it's adios muchachos. I looked at their schedule. There is absolutely no way in hell he's not going to lose at least 3-4 games. So I just want y'all to let him down soft, because I don't think he makes it to the Auburn game. They play Auburn the very last game of the year. He will not be the head coach of Auburn when they play, bro. I mean, Alabama when they play. Oh, dog, he's out of there. They're going to fire him. Listen, their schedule is so tough. These next like 3 or 4 weeks, dog, he's not going to survive, bro. He's not going to. They calling for his job right now.
Go ahead, Tate.
Hey, Teresa, you'll see the more you join us. Big G, he's right with what he's saying. Their schedule is tough. They might got 2 or 3 more losses. The coach is not going to get fired. Big G gets hyperbolic. he could be fired going into next season, but Alabama's not going to fire their coach during
in the middle of the season.
Bet corner time, Alabama fired their coach during the season.
I don't bet corner time. I bet dollars.
Well,
it could be $2. It could be $2. But I bet dollars. I
want to bet your pride, dog. I bet your pride. You got to do something strange on camera or something like that. Because I'm telling you, he's out of there, bro. That dude is out of there.
The only things I do strange in the privacy of my own home.
So
that's fine.
Listen, Ryan Williams, Ryan Williams and Ty Simpson Do you think they had a good game yesterday?
Ty Simpson is overrated too. That's another overrated superhero quarterback that they was trying to talk about. It was all this, that, and this. He ain't all of that.
Hey, I'll be honest. I didn't know him. When I heard his name was Ty Simpson, I thought he was gonna be a bruh. And when I turned on that game, was watching, and I seen him trying to run around and scramble like he was a bruh, I said, "Man, what is you doing? You not athletic. You got to play inside the pocket, get rid of the ball." So he cost the offense a lot of yardage and broken plays because of what he was doing.
Yeah.
Shout out Rob Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Rob happy because they just got the dub.
That's why I said it. Listen, who is this Bernard kid for Alabama?
Bernard.
Who?
This guy came in 8 catches for 146 yards yesterday.
It's because they double team Williams and they double team their number 1 and number 2 wide receivers. They ran bracket coverage for both of them. He was eating off of the tight end, like at the tight end position or at the slot, and they hit him. So a lot of his stuff was like they dump it to him real quick, and then he'd get yak yards for 15, 20, 25 yards. That's why he was hitting like that. He wasn't out there like gangbuster killing them. And Alabama could not, and I'm going to repeat, could not run the ball. They could not run the ball to say they like. That's what I'm telling you. They going to get – listen, when have we had a conversation that Alabama can't run? Listen. I don't remember, maybe before Saban, but hell, Sean Alexander was there before Saban, so they can run the ball. Yeah. Alabama can't run. They can't run the ball. Their offensive line is horrible. They horrible.
Yeah. So last game we want to talk about is the one that just ended. Of course, we have some South Carolina fans in the chat. South Carolina 24, Virginia Tech 11. That was actually a closer game, and it got blew open in the very end. Your guy, Lenoir Sellers, 12-19, 209 yards, 1 touchdown.
And they cost him 1.
Yeah. Nick Harbor, 3 catches, 99 yards, 1 touchdown.
Should have had about 5 catches for about 200 because he dropped 1 in the corner and he dropped 1 on a crossing route, and he still would be running right now. He would have ran all the way from damn South Carolina all the way to the KnoItAllz podcast, bro. That's how wide open he was in the middle of the field. He just flat out dropped it.
Yeah, so that being your sleeper Heisman candidate, how you feeling about South Carolina, G?
Listen, for all y'all out there, I already done said it on the level up. I'm going to say it again here. The SEC championship game is the LSU Tigers versus the South Carolina Gamecocks. I'm telling you right, as long as don't nobody get hurt and everybody stays healthy, there's Georgia, get them out of here. I watched them play yesterday. Texas, it ain't going to make it. They ain't going to make it. They ain't going to make it. Bama ain't going to make it. It's LSU versus South Carolina for the SEC championship game. Book it. You can book it right now, I'm telling you, because they got the best 2 players. Nussmeier is the best quarterback. Lenoir Sellers is the best quarterback. Nussmeier is the second best quarterback. And they got complementary defenses. Dylan Stewart, that defensive end for South Carolina, is a monster. So, bro, listen, I'm just telling you, I've been talking yak about South Carolina for a year and a half. And I'm telling you, they should have made the playoff last year. They the real deal. They the real deal, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay. All right. So the last game we got tonight is Notre Dame and Miami. Notre Dame and Miami. Miss Teresa.
Yes.
I've already heard from G on this, and I asked Tate because we didn't get an opportunity to get Tate's take on this. What do you think about this Notre Dame Miami game?
I'm going with Notre Dame. I like Marcus because he came from Ohio State. That's just my boy. But and I think Miami is have a lot of unknowns, so we don't know exactly how strong they're going to be and what they're going to do. So I think that for me, I think I'm going to go with Notre Dame, definitely.
Okay, Tate, holla at me, man. How you feeling about this Notre Dame Miami game?
I agree with Teresa. I'm going to pick Notre Dame. I like Marcus Freeman as a coach as well, but I think they just going to move all the ridiculous talks about Beck playing himself back into the first round. He's not. So, yeah, Beck showed us who he was at Georgia. He had superior talent at Georgia. I don't think he's going to go to Miami and be a force multiplier. I don't see that happening. I think they're going to bludgeon to death Notre Dame with the run game. Julian Love going to be running the ball. So I think that's going to be a factor. And, I mean, Notre Dame is Midwest. Miami, Big G. You know the homie Cecil Benton. He was on Facebook the other day talking about Longhorns. Only out of spite and hate. And he's a huge Miami Hurricanes fan. Have been since the days of Michael Irvin and all those guys way back then.
That is facts.
I hope they lose just because of him.
Damn. You have all the bad things in the world happen to Miami and only Miami because of him?
That part.
Damn.
Wow.
That's rough, man.
Juice Bellamy said Beck gonna throw picks like crazy. That secondary is good. Rob Lightfoot said Miami game is gonna be wet. It's raining cats and dogs.
That's facts.
Favorite Notre Dame.
Yeah, running game, Notre Dame. So switching gears a little bit, man, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the biggest news this weekend. And that's Mr. Diabolical, the diabolical villain himself, and Jerry Jones has traded Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. I'll tell you, as a Cowboy fan, go ahead, Tate. What are you about to do?
No, go ahead.
Okay. As a Cowboy fan, I'm going to tell you, it was total surprise. Total surprise because, Jerry was just talking to Stephen A. Smith saying that he would never trade Micah Parsons, right? It's a debacle, man. I mean, no matter how you want to cut it, here's the facts. Micah, there's only two players in the history of the game that's ever had this sack total going into their fourth year in the league. That's Reggie White, it's Micah Parsons.
They both got traded to Green Bay in there. Well, Reggie White was 31 years old.
Yeah, he wasn't, but he was still in his prime. He was entering his prime. You know what I'm saying?
Because 31 entered his prime.
Listen, he
was a beast. Hey, real quick, man. Another one.
Number 11 will be signed in the next week and a half. So they're gonna work this deal out. Jerry's gonna get it done. He's gonna overpay like he always does.
They need to trade that boy or pay him big bread.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
But if somebody came in and said you get 2 first rounds and a multiple pick and a player, they trade him tomorrow. He don't love Micah Parsons. He loves what Micah Parsons does for him.
I told you so. I told you so.
Honestly, everything happens for a reason. It's a blessing in disguise. I may not have that answer for you yet, but I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna work hard every day to prove that the Packers organization made the right decision and trusted in me, and I'm gonna carry that with me.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, as a Cowboy fan, it's total surprise. It came out of left field.
Shadamas get credit for that. He called the trade. He told us that he didn't say that's not gonna happen. He said if he don't be signed by such time, he's gonna be traded. And he called the compensation out correctly on his tape that we just saw the clip of. 2 first round picks.
He did, and we talked about that. He got it. This Green Bay trade has actually been swirling as a rumor since April. You know what I'm saying? And he
that
told me,
facts.
G told me specifically that's where he got it from. So, I'm again, when you look at it, you're just like, wow, Jerry, and there's a lot of other things that I won't talk about just because I know that we have, diehard Cowboy fans and people in the organization that watch our show. What I will say is, Dallas as a football town is crashing out. You know what I'm saying? And
Teresa
people,
there, she know.
Yeah.
But let me just say this. It goes back to loyalty and loyalty of your players and what you're going to do. Jerry Jones does not have to be eager or loyal to anyone, because the bigger picture is this. My father said it always comes down to the money. It comes down to the money. He's one of the biggest franchise that get paid, and they don't go to a Super Bowl, and they can't get past the first round of playoffs. Who does that? So until it hits his pocket, he's not going to take anybody seriously. So yeah, I can sit back and trade and do whatever I need to do, because it doesn't matter to me, and I don't have to be loyal to anybody, not even your fans. So when the fans start to change for Jerry, and it hits his pocket, I think that he'll start taking the team more seriously.
Yeah, I'll just say this. If this was a business, he'd be number one in it.
Definitely.
But the fact that this is about winning football games, and I said this to G, and I'll say I'm the type that if I say it privately, I'll say it publicly. And I don't have any problem owning what I say. My heart ain't here. My loyalty, I'll never trade. I grew up a Cowboy fan. I'll die a Cowboy fan.
Come on with us,
but
bro.
my heart ain't
let
in
him
it.
go.
My heart ain't in it. It hurts to see. It hurts to see business be the bottom line and not winning football games, right? You know what I'm saying? I want to see us try to win football games. But hey, Micah Parsons is a Green Bay Packer. What you think about this?
How can it be about business when he make bad business decisions? When he didn't sign Dak early and got paid $60 million, when he didn't pay CD, he didn't pay Micah. He should have. Good business is getting ahead of the market and paying these guys what the projections say they worth, and paying them ahead of time, and he don't. So we say it's about business. It's about he kind of he's at the wheel of the car. We have a similar thinking guy at the wheel of the country right now. Jerry Jones is at the wheel of the Cowboys. He's at the wheel of the Cowboys, and we see what's happening when somebody that could potentially be dealing with senility is in charge, be it the Cowboys or the country.
Let me say this, because Mod is a Cowboy content creator. He is. So I can't even say that my opinions line up with his. So in all fairness, any of y'all that rock with the Cowboys that watch this ain't got nothing to do with Mod. But Big G gonna tell you like a T.I. is, and I don't give a damn who don't like it. So if you're a Cowboy fan or not, I'm about to tell you. The bottom line is Jerry Jones is 85% responsible for what happened. Now, is Micah a little bit responsible? Yeah, he is, because he backed out of what Jerry thought was a handshake deal. However, the buck stopped with Micah Parsons the moment that he said, you need to contact my agent. From that moment forward, Jerry Jones tried to play him like he was a stupid young kid. He tried to play him like he didn't know any better. He tried to sun him. He tried to get him in the room. He called his boys, all the Cowboys that he sunned, call him, bring him up to my office, and he didn't want to deal with Micah Parsons' agent, who happens to be a certain hue, a certain color, and who's out there lighting the NFL world on fire right now, getting big bread for a lot of players. So Jerry was diabolical in that sense alone, because he didn't want to deal with an agent who had leverage on him, which once again shows how bad of a businessman he is. Now,
can I ask you a question real quick, BG? Who the only player that ever got paid?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who the only player that ever got paid from Dallas that didn't go through no problems?
Troy Aikman.
And one more.
Tony Romo.
Jason Witten.
Wait.
I was talking about Romo.
Jason Witten.
Okay, but yeah. And
but
I see a trend here. That's all I'm saying.
Jerry didn't want to deal with his agent. Now, like I said, Micah has some, but I've said this privately, and I will say it publicly. The NFL is different than the NBA and the Major League Baseball. In Major League Baseball and the NBA, they have the players have the leverage. They do, because first of all, their players association is off the hook, but they're more visual. Teams see their faces and all whatever else. In the NFL, the owners is still trying to run the roost. And you got 32 old dudes that think that they know what the hell they talking about. The bottom line is Micah could only create leverage by doing what he did. And Jerry, because he was prideful, because he's hateful in some ways, because he don't like the fact that his nuts got cut off in front of the nation, trading. And the most diabolical part is he traded him to the team that the Cowboys hate the most outside of the New York Football Giants. The Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys hate the Giants, but they hate the Green Bay Packers. And you gotta play in week 4. Micah I promise you, Dak, you better get some rest that week, buddy, because Micah gonna tear your ass up. I'm telling you, he gonna cause some problems that week, bro.
I think I heard something where Dallas lost 10 straight times to Green Bay too.
Yeah, diabolical, bro, diabolical. So, I mean, like I said, people can say whatever they want to about Jerry. And like I said, that's not fair for Mon, because Mon is a content creator. But I'll say it, and I'll say it with my chest. I know what the deal is with Jerry. And people don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. And right now, there's some little spinning. They trying to make Micah be the villain, and Micah ain't the villain in this one, bro. This is Jerry Jones being diabolical. This is Jerry. Everybody got quiet, so either something right or something wrong.
No, I'm actually listening. No, it's a great take, you guys. Honestly, like I said, when it comes down to it, it's done. It's over with. Micah Parsons is a Green Bay Packer. You can't do nothing but just shake your head and say, hey man, I really I said this. I said, hey man, when Jerry goes to the upper room, I'll be happy. I hate saying it like that, but it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I mean, it is what it is.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I being a Cowboy fan my whole life and watching the Dallas Cowboys. Heck, I am the most docile Cowboy fan in my family.
That's facts.
My aunts, my uncles, they all go for back. Like they couldn't have this discussion with y'all right now. They would probably be throwing stuff and hitting stuff and listen. Can I ask this question? Is it because they defend a star, or is it because they defend Jerry? No, it's the star. It's the star. I mean, these are people who've been fans way back. Tom Landry, you know what I'm saying? These way back. These they love the hat. They love the star. They've been in Dallas. My aunt's been in Dallas in the same house in South Oak Cliff. I got family in Funky Town in Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in Irving, they rooted in Dallas. So it's when it come down to, I spend my summers in Dallas. It's all Dallas Cowboys. That's all they talking about. I mean, the first person that when I started wanting to play football was Tony Dorsett. So, like I said, we lifelong Cowboy fans. And, when you look at it, man, it's been 30 years of this, man. Pull up Big Pun's last comment, man. I'm about to, Pun, you going to the Matrix, bro. Pun, you said Jerry went out on a limb several times to help Michael Irvin. What you guys are insinuating is 100% false. You know why Jerry Jones helped Michael Irvin? Because Michael Irvin got problems. And some of them, I don't want to get caught with slander, but some of it got to do with some candy that you don't put in your mouth. He got problems out there, bruh. Some booger sugar?
Some booger sugar. Booger sugar. He got issues, bruh. And Jerry sunned him. If you go back and you actually look at the history of like what Jerry does, Micah is like Emmett. Emmett wasn't having it.
I won't say Micah's like Emmett.
Man.
This is something that we both said, and I said it to you, and you've adopted it. Micah's brand was bigger than the Cowboys.
That is facts.
And at that point, you can't. It's like two heads can't. Anything with two heads is a monster. And Jerry ain't fisting you. Jerry's the head. He's the ultimate. So like you said, his pride was hurt in a lot of ways. And hey, man, you gotta go. You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It is what it is. So, but we have this part of the show, man, that we want to go to. Definitely, we want to talk about the divisions. So let's talk that. Let's bring that up. Go ahead. Oh no!
I seen them bad babies just out there churning. Seen them. He said no, did he? That's why I didn't say the lips. But yeah, I saw him move.
Definitely, we got the division predictions here, man. We want to get into those. Let's see who you want to start first, Tate.
Well, let Teresa pick what division she want to go with first.
Let's go with the North.
Which
The
one?
AFC North?
Yes.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Well, so what you got? How you think it's gonna finish? 1, 2, 3, 4. Teresa, who you think?
She picked the division and she picked who gives their take first, and we just go for then. G, you pick the next division. We just go like that all the way around the circle. So everybody pick 2 divisions.
Okay.
So who you want to go first, Teresa?
Mod.
Okay. AFC North. I have to. I'm gonna stick with my guns. I got this. Baltimore Steelers, Bengals, Browns.
You went Baltimore Steelers, Bengals, Browns. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, we lost Teresa. She gone.
G, you're next.
I agree. But I think the Baltimore Steelers game is going to come down to the last game of the season, and the winner of that game will win the division. And I think where it shifts is if there's a move made by the Steelers to acquire another wide receiver. Because I think that every other position we have them. And people, the Steelers fans that watch the channel, you're going to be surprised at Arthur Smith's offense. Just like how I told y'all about Matt Patricia and what his defense was going to do for Ohio State, you're going to be surprised at Arthur Smith's offense as long as the line does their job. So I got a game separating Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Andre Green says, we all know who's finishing last in the AFC North. Cleveland.
The big trash.
Go ahead, Tate. Who you got, man?
Yeah, man. I'm going to make it 3 for 3, man. I mean, that's the order I see it too. I see Baltimore. I think Baltimore is and should be favored. Don't mean they can't be beat. I mean, anybody in the division can be beat. I say Baltimore is one injury to Derrick Henry away from being in trouble.
That is facts.
You know, Derrick Henry get hurt and you leaning on Justice Hill to be your number one, you in trouble. You know, not that Justice Hill's not good, he's a third down back. I got Pittsburgh finishing second. I think that defense is going to be really good. And if Big G is right and the offense clicks and gets something going, can put 20, 24 points on the board, they're going to be a tough team to beat. The Bengals may have one of the top 3 or 4 offenses in the league. I think they do. But, you know, I'm not a believer in their defense. I think they can be run on. That's a defense, part of the defense to help keep Burrow off the field. And you know, when they play teams with great defense, they're gonna shoot out, they're gonna outscore a lot of teams. But when they play in those teams, they got solid defenses and they better get off to a high start, the Bengals, because I feel like as it gets into the later months, late November, December, then it's gonna be more difficult to, you know, make that, even though they play in Cincinnati's home, it's gonna be more difficult to get all that high scoring off as the seasons change. And Cleveland's last. We know Cleveland's last. No need to spend time on that.
Agree. NFC South, I'll pick. And Tate, you go first.
NFC South. Let's put the divisions back up. NFC South. Yes, easy one, man. Well, bottom 2 is easy. Saints coming in at 4. Super big trash. Carolina, I'm not.
0-17, Tate. 0-17.
They got 2 wins in them. They played Carolina twice. They split 1. Sure, they got another team on their schedule. But Saints bottom, Carolina 3rd, though I think they'll be slightly improved. But I still got them in 3rd. And I think it's going to be a battle between Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I think Atlanta's going to be improved. I like what they drafted, those 2 young edge rushers, so I like what they're doing as far as that goes. But I'm still going to give Tampa the nod. Say they finished 1. So Tampa, Falcons, Panthers, Saints.
G?
I agree. Just because of the injury that happened to the Atlanta Falcons tackle. But I think once again, this is going to be one game. One game is going to separate Atlanta and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, listen, and I'm telling y'all this right now. Tampa Bay can win the Super Bowl. Their offense is unbelievable. When you got Godwin, Emeka Egbuka, Mike Evans, a dog tight end, Irvin the running back, and Baker, they got a squad. They got a squad in Tampa Bay, bro. So, and they got a hell of a defense too. But Atlanta has improved so much based on what they were able to do in the draft. Those two defensive ends that they got is going to cause hell. So, and I love Michael Penix. I think Michael Penix is really going to show the NFL this year. A lot of it, man, is with your boy, man, the tight end, man. Kyle Pitts is like big trash lightweight, man. And any of y'all that draft him in fantasy football is a fool. He's big trash.
Call me fool tonight. Call me fool tonight.
We're going to be calling Tate Boy Fresh the big fool because ain't no way in hell I'm taking Kyle Pitts. Yeah, right there. That's a good plug for the fantasy football draft.
That will be tonight.
Yep. Tonight we're starting at 8:40, right, Tate?
8:20, because we found the draft order at 8:30. So we're gonna be on air when the draft order comes out.
Yeah.
So and then G, you pick the next conference that we go to. Falcons, Bucks, Panthers, Saints.
So why you get the Falcons the edge?
I think Bijan has a big year. And I think Penix is going to be better than average. And do I think the Bucks have a good team? I do. I just think that, Mike Evans is a little long in the tooth. The tight end and the running back, Bucky Irvin, they got two running backs, White and Bucky Irvin. I think that running game is going to be pretty solid. But I like the Falcons. I think they finally start getting those two youngsters that they drafted, I think are really going to get to the quarterback, so they finally start getting pass rushing. So that's why I went with the Falcons.
Reginald Rivers, hell no, I wouldn't take Hayward over Pitts. Hayward is the trash that God does not desire me to have in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I wish to God Hayward was off the team right now, but no, hell no. Give me Pitts over him, man.
The tight end you desire that God desires for you to have is getting married, by the way.
Show is Travis. Oh, Mr. Kelsey gonna ring it up, man. God desires him to be for the Pittsburgh Steelers and 12 personnel. I desires it.
All right, G, go ahead, man. We got to stay on task. Go ahead.
AFC East, man. AFC East. And Ma, you go first.
AFC East. Let's see here. Woo, man. The Bills, Buffalo first, the Patriots second, the Jets, and then the Dolphins. But I think the Bills and the Patriots are going to the playoffs this year. I think the
Patriots gonna make the playoffs.
I think the Patriots are gonna make the playoffs, man.
Oh, hell no!
I like them as my sleeper in the AFC, man. But that's my order, man. That's my order. Bills, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins.
Go ahead, man. It's your turn,
man. This division gets one team in the playoffs. Ma got the order right, but he crazy for saying that the Patriots going to make the playoffs. They're going to be much improved. They're going to go from, 3 wins, 4 wins, to probably 7, but
maybe 8.
No playoffs.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go the Jets being second. I'm going to pick the Jets being second. I think that, first of all, I think Aaron Glenn is a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
But the issue is, which Justin Fields are we going to see? Are we going to see Mr. Hyde or Dr. Jekyll? Because when he's Dr. Jekyll, he's diabolical. That boy couldn't complete a 3-yard pass if he wanted to. But when he's Mr. Hyde, Lord have mercy, that boy got a Superman on his chest, and he's unbelievable. So I think you're going to get some games where he shows up, but there'll be other games where he don't. Yeah. They got a hell of a running game. They got a top 5 wide receiver in Garrett Wilson and a good defense, man. So even though I like the Pats, I think the Jets is a little bit better.
So, little fantasy football talk question real quick. I'm going to ask both of y'all. Do you stay away from Garrett Wilson because of the quarterback position?
I do. I'm not taking Garrett Wilson. I stay away from him.
I think a number one on any team is a good guy to have. Period. Okay. Even with a bad quarterback. Don't mean I count on him, but he could be my number 2 receiver on my fantasy football team, though. So I would definitely take him. I wouldn't take him as my first receiver, but if I come around in the 4th or 5th round, Garrett Wilson there, snagging him.
Tate like targets. I feel Tate. Targets mean a lot to Tate because Tate says the only way you can get is opportunity. So you got to have an opportunity. So I feel I like that strategy too, man.
So whose time is it to pick the conference? Is it mine?
Tate's.
Okay.
Tate.
I'm going to pick. I want us to talk about. Let's go ahead and get right to it, man. Let's go to the NFC North.
NFC North. G, you first then.
G first.
The NFC North. Green Bay is number 1. Detroit is number 2. Chicago is Chicago is number 3, and Minnesota is number 4. I want to put Chicago in the basement bad, but just J.J. McCarthy trash. So they don't have no Jordan Addison. Now they got Adam Thielen for the Carolina Panthers. And Justin Jefferson's got a question mark on him right now. So I like Minnesota, but I think that they take the biggest step back for this NFL season. But Green Bay has to be your favorite, man. You can run the ball. You got Jordan Love. You got killer wide receivers, and you got a game breaker in Micah Parsons.
G, remind me for me, please. I feel like that bet you was on the phone I made today. It was for $100, wasn't it? It
was for a C note. When I was on the phone with you with the dude, yeah. He was talking big crazy too, bro. He trash. I wanted to tell him so bad I didn't know him like that, but I wanted to tell him, man, you big trash. I wanted to tell him, man, I didn't know him. Tate is your boy. So, but now the next time I get on the phone with him, he gonna get the trash, dog. He getting the hot trash for that take he gave.
Mr. Woodside says this toughest division to call. Tate, you're next.
I picked it. You next.
Oh, okay, that's right. Oh man. I'm gonna have to go with the Packers. I'm gonna have to go with the Lions. I'm gonna have to go with the Vikings, and then I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Oh, you saying the Bears gonna be trash?
I don't say that they're gonna be trash, but I think they'll win 8 games. The Vikings will probably win 9.
Oh.
B Dirt said on the podcast that night, the homies, he said that this could be like in 2023. The AFC North was the first team to have all 4 teams with a winning record. This could be that division this year.
All 4?
Yeah, it could be. If the bottom team, it happened in 23 with the AFC North.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see it.
I mean, so if I'm picking this division, I'm going to go Green Bay on the top. No Diddy. Green Bay winning the division.
No doubt.
I'm going to go Detroit second. I'm going to say Chicago third. I believe in their defense. That's a great division, though. I'm going to say because I don't know what J.J. McCarthy has. I believe in Caleb Williams' talent more than J.J. McCarthy, and hopefully Ben Johnson can bring some of that Detroit magic to the offense that he did last year with the Lions. So I'm going to say again, Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago, Minnesota. And 3 teams from that division could make the playoffs.
I got a question to ask y'all.
Mm-hmm.
If J.J. McCarthy finishes with a better record than Caleb Williams and has stats that are comparable, is Caleb Williams a bust?
Not yet. He got a couple years before we could say he's a bust.
He's got all the talent in the world, bro.
He does, but you got a couple of years before you could call him a bust.
It was not you, but people was calling Baker Mayfield a bust. Baker Mayfield been in the playoffs he's been in the playoffs 3 times.
Yeah.
It's turned into, so I think the talent in Caleb Williams. Now Chicago has to do it over again. Would they take Jaden Daniel first? Probably so. Yeah, but I don't think that Caleb Williams is a bust yet. Mister, you get you a sign say you can, Mr. Hyperbolic. You got to say G. Stradamus. Get one say Mr. Hyperbolic too, though.
No, I've been saying all along, and I'm gonna stick to it. He's the worst quarterback drafted in that draft. That draft was a decent draft, but I'm gonna say all along, Jaden Daniels was 1, Bo Nix was 2, Michael Penix was 3, And then it's a tie between Caleb Williams and JJ McCarthy.
What you looking at, Big? You ain't seen JJ McCarthy play. You seen Michael Penix play the last 3 games last year. And Caleb Williams' numbers is actually better than Bo Nix numbers.
Bo Nix is
Not
a better
Jaden
football
Daniels.
player. Bo
Okay.
Nix is a better football player than him.
Bo Nix
can win. Denver can win their division. And I'm just saying.
But they're in a lesser division.
Speaking of which, let's go ahead and hit to that AFC West. AFC West, Tate, talk to me, man.
AFC West until you knock the king off the throne, the king is still the king. So Kansas City wins that division. Patrick Mahomes first. I believe Denver will be second. They got a great defense, and Bo Nix is a good quarterback. Third, I'm going to say the Raiders, and it's hard to because he don't never have really bad seasons. It's hard to bet against old Jim Harbaugh, but I'm going to and say that they finished last. I don't think they did enough. They drafted Omarion Hampton. They stud tackle got hurt for the season.
Facts.
I don't know if they did quite enough to get Herbert weapons, and I think Herbert is like it was built up, and I think he's a good quarterback, good talent, built up like Arch Manning, and I think he's overrated. Puts up numbers, don't win games.
Big G.
The Denver Broncos is going to win the AFC West. The Denver Broncos is going to win the AFC West. I believe in Sean Payton as a coach. I believe in Bo Nix as the quarterback. I believe that they have a hell of a defense that's pesky, and I think they got enough weapons to surround him. And I think they fixed the one area where they was flawed, which was the running game. So I like Denver to win it. I like Kansas City to finish second. I like the Raiders to finish third. And I like the Chargers to finish fourth. But I think the Chargers will be like around that 6-7 win mark. 6-7 win. Until their Chargers can show me that they have wide receiver weapons, really, really, really. I like that Beck kid. But until they can show me they can be consistent with throwing the ball, they're going to struggle out in Los Angeles, man.
Wow. I'm Kansas City, Broncos, Raiders, Chargers. But I think that the Chargers can actually be better than the Raiders. So I wouldn't be opposed if somebody flipped the Chargers and the Raiders right there. Big G, who's next?
Let's go with the NFC East.
Okay.
The NFC East. And Mod, I want you to go first.
This is easy for me. Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
Say it one more time.
Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
Okay. How many teams make the playoffs?
2.
2?
Yeah.
So, okay. Tate, it's on. Anything else you want to add to the division? Nope. My stone face, he don't even care.
Oh no. I said what I said. I still think the Cowboys win, 8-9 games.
I got Eagles, Commanders, Giants, Cowboys. Mm-hmm. I think the Giants make a jump offensively. I think their defense is going to be one to be reckoned with. Surprisingly, they got all that up the front seven. Killers come off the edge. Killers brushing the passer. So I'm picking the Giants to finish third. And the Cowboys are just in disarray. They have talent on offense. Defense, they just got worse. They was number 1 last year where Micah Parsons played. Per place. I read something, NFL, one of the analytic things. Number 1 defense when he played, last when he didn't. He's not playing no more. I don't know. I think the guy they got, Clark, is a really good defensive tackle. He's a defensive tackle. Could help shore up the run, but yeah. And y'all paid Bland today $92 million.
You know what that was about, right?
Yeah, they had to pay Micah.
That was Jerry. That was Jerry saying, "Look at my new girlfriend," and he was hugging and kissing. You know how like when you get that new girlfriend and you say, "Look, this is what you could have had." He was looking across, and Green Bay, Wisconsin, saying, "Micah, this is what you could have had." That's why all of a sudden he paid him out of the blue. Yeah, that was Jerry once again being diabolical.
He can pay people because he don't got to pay Micah though. He saved $47 million. But the thing is, the bad business part of it we talked about earlier, it never should have got the $47 million though.
Facts. All right, so I went back and forth with this to make the Cowboys third or fourth. I can't do it because Jackson Dart's not going to start right away. But if Jackson Dart is the starter by about week 4, I'll flip my third from fourth. So for right now,
you can't do that. You can pick the division right now.
Well, then I'm going with the Giants last. But I do believe that once Jackson Dart gets in there, look out. Because Jackson Dart is a football player. That kid can play quarterback, bro. I didn't think so. I saw the film when I saw in college, and I was like, is he a system dude? I saw him in the preseason. He is not a system dude. That kid is athletic. He can throw the ball over the place, and he got dog wide receivers over there. He got dogs. So yeah, right now, I'm going to stick with Cowboys third, and I'm going to predict this, and I'm going to leave it alone. Dallas will make another trade this season if they start out 1-4 or 1-5. Somebody else is coming up out of the Cowboys. I don't know who it is. I don't know what player it is. I got my thoughts and my feelings. I just ain't going to put it out there right now. But if they start out 1-4, 1-5, they getting rid of another player. Jerry is all in with acquiring future draft picks in order to build the Dallas Cowboys team. He already got 4 over the next 2 years. Somebody else is up out of Dallas to give him another pick. So I that's just my thoughts.
All right, so we have the AFC South left and the NFC
West.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Tate, which one we going with?
You said the NFC South and the
AFC South and the NFC West.
Let's go NFC West. I want to pick a competitive division.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not a coincidence we left the AFC South to be the big trash last division, man. That's not by accident.
I'll go first real quick and so we pick up the pace. I got Rams, Seahawks, Niners, Cardinals.
Rams, Seahawks. I'll take it. I'll buy that for $1.
You're saying the same with it?
I'm saying Rams, Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals. Yeah.
I'm going Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals, 49ers. I think Seattle wins the division. I like their wide receiver room. I like their running back room. I like their defense. And they're young. So I like Seattle. I like Seattle a lot to win their division. Mr. Woodside says Seattle last. Mr. Woodside, you smoking ganja. Ain't no way. The 49ers is in shambles, bro. The 49ers is in shambles.
Bum boy.
Yeah.
They got a bum schedule, though, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, they do, Tate. You're right. It's horrible.
Bum schedule.
Yeah, like it's easy, but they still gonna suck. They still gonna suck.
Okay, yep. I can't dispute it, but I think they got a trash schedule.
Yeah.
All right, G. Well, it's the obvious one. AFC South.
Yeah. You go first, Ma, because it's the big trash division. This is the horriblest division. They need to combine 2 of these teams and put it into one team. This division is horrible.
Lightweight is the hardest one for me to pick, to be real, though.
What?
Because, we
know one clear first place team.
Yeah, it's the one clear first place, and that's the Texans, right?
Yeah.
But, shoot, I mean, the rest you could just kind of interchange, man. I mean, I'm going to say Texans, Jaguars, Colts, Titans.
Texans, Jaguars, Colts, Titans.
Yeah.
Okay. Tate?
Agree.
I got the Texans winning, the Colts finish second. Jacksonville, and If Danny Dimes shows that he can't do what he needs to do, there might be a trade for Indianapolis to get a quarterback. Because I think they're a piece away. I think Indianapolis got a hell of a defense. I think they got all the receivers. They got the running backs. They got the offensive line. They need a quarterback.
Oh.
No, hell no. Where in the hell is where's the Texans?
We know.
I think he's doing 2, 3, 4. He gotta be.
Yeah.
Mr. Woodsy ain't that ridiculous.
Yeah, and he said Houston is a lock at number 1. So.
Yeah. But Jacksonville, don't buy the Travis Hunter hype. Don't do that.
It's not the Travis Hunter hype to me, man. I feel like he's due, man. He's had 2 bad seasons in a row. Sunshine has. Unless he's just really trash, I believe in him, man. I don't believe that he's trash. I don't believe that Trevor Lawrence is trash. I don't.
That draft was trash.
Yeah, but
that quarterback draft was trash.
I don't believe Trevor Lawrence is trash. I just don't. I don't.
What is making you not believe he's trash?
I just believe that have they had the same offense coordinator for a couple years? I just don't believe that they've got pieces around him, and then that running back just was gone last year. If it wasn't for Tank Bigsby coming in, like ETN just disappeared. He was gone. So they couldn't run the ball. So he was out there running for his life. He got a concussion running for his life. So I just don't believe. I believe they have a bounce back year.
Yeah, I think like I said, the Colts are a sneaky team. That's just to me. And all they need is a quarterback. And Tate, you're right. It's the most important piece. They need a quarterback. But if Indianapolis could trade and get Dak Prescott, Indianapolis would be dangerous. They would be dangerous. They're really got all the pieces like that. They got 2 running backs. C.J. Gibbons and Jonathan Taylor. They got 5 wide receivers. They got Ty Warren and Mo Anthony Cox as the tight end. And they got offensive line. And they got some killer defense. Man, Indianapolis got a squad, bro. They just need a quarterback. And Danny Dimes is a scrub. He worse than trash. He's a scrub.
Listen. All right. Well, we're at that part of the show, man, where we get our final shots, our parting shots. Did we leave anything out before we get out of here? Because we got this big, exciting draft coming. It's an exciting draft. Y'all got to be with us. We're going to have fun. I actually have 2 drafts that are happening at the same time. One is going to start a little later, but I'm going to be drafting on 2 different computers. So
that means your team's going to be big trash.
You ain't going to be focused, man. You have a hard time, man. You ain't going to be focused.
Being mixed up, you're going to get 2 kickers in 1 league. You're going to be like, what did I do?
No. Well,
I don't draft.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm setting my lineups for 1, and then I'm going to be here with the KnoItAllz at the very beginning, and then I'm just going to be coming in and out. God dang it.
Oh, my God.
I'm just going to be doing it. I'm going to be like, coming on. I'm going to be getting back on camera and then over here doing something else on my other computer. Okay, man.
Man, that was a rough one, man. That was
flagrant.
Yeah, that was like a 15-yard penalty, man. Like a 15-yard penalty, man.
And when I said it, I was like, oh gosh, here you go. I went the whole show without 1, and then here it go.
Yeah.
But definitely, parting shots, Tate.
Yeah, man. Thanks everybody for rocking with us. I hate that we lost Teresa somehow. She was a nice guest on the show. Hopefully she joins us again sometime. Enjoy having that perspective. A different voice, so to speak. I get tired of hearing you jokers sometime and your ridiculous takes.
Stop that.
Hey, Big G, it is what it is, man. But y'all ridiculous takes is what makes the show what it is, though. So appreciate it. Bias and hyperbolic. That's y'all new nicknames. Bias and hyperbolic. And
get out of here.
So I just want to say, man, thanks everybody for joining us. And I want to say, man, I'll be fair to everybody. I get it, man. I get it. Like, shout out to what's Taylor Townsend, 10th player today. She lost an incredible match today in the round of 16 of the U.S. Open. She kind of came out of nowhere, but played really, really well. Enjoy watching her. And tomorrow night you get Coco Gauff and Naomi Osaka, who's back tomorrow night in prime time.
Oh,
I'm gonna check that out while flipping to Bill Belichick and stuff like that. But the part I say I get, right? The part I get. And this how it goes rooting for me in events, in sporting events that are like between countries, like the Olympics, or like coming up is the World Track and Field World Championships. When we go and we play tennis matches, the America's Cup and golf and stuff like that, always root for America first, right?
Yeah, facts.
Whoever the American team is, root for America first.
Yeah, facts.
But this the part I get though. I get rooting for the person that's doing something different that looks like you. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm rooting for Taylor Townsend because she's a black female tennis player. We haven't, we didn't see that a lot until Venus and Serena. And Venus and Serena played well the other night too. Shout out to her. She lost, but she played well to be a 45 going to 46-year-old woman out there holding her own. So, but we rooted for those players, and yes, they're American. So when they go to Wimbledon, when they go to Roland Garros and play in the is it the Australian Open? What's the one played in Roland Garros? That's the don't matter. When they play in the different majors, overseas and stuff, always root for the American. But then I go to the person that looks like me. So like when Tiger Woods was big in golf, I was watching golf when Tiger Woods was doing good. So you know what I mean? So I get it right now, all the fanfare, all the hype over Caitlin Clark. She's different in what she does. We've been used to seeing from Cheryl Miller to Cheryl Swoop to Tamika Catchings and Candace Parker. We've been used to seeing black women, black females dominating college basketball in the WNBA. So, I get the whole Caitlin Clark thing and how popular she is and stuff like that. Paige Ruckers is coming along. So just shout out to everybody, but I understand the popularity, the rooting interest and stuff like that. And I root for them too. It's just my ranking of rooting, how I root. So, just wanted to say that I get it, makes sense to me. It had nothing to do with being racist, no nothing like that. As long as you put America first, and then and you're not rooting for somebody else just based off, that alone. You can't root for the other person. That So I just want to say that. Shout out to America first and all the people second. So until next week, from me, thanks for joining us. We could be back here in a few minutes, ain't we? In an hour.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's it for me. Let me get done. Thank you.
Gee.
Man, what a great weekend to kick off the college football season for 2025. I think we had some outstanding games that happened week one. I think we're going to see the development of some great teams throughout the season. And I've been saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. There will never be another undefeated college football team ever. The competition is too tough, man. Now that they're changing the format and how it is, teams can afford to lose. What you can't do is afford to lose 2 and 3 times. And if you lose 2 or 3 times, now you're going to cost yourself an opportunity to go to the playoff. I think you're going to be some sleeper teams. I think there's going to be some surprise teams. And listen, we're T-minus 7 days and counting for the kickoff. Well, we got 4 days. Thursday, we're going to kick it off with the NFL season. So when you talking about being in the right place and feeling good about what's going to happen with the NFL and college football, man, come on, man. There's not a better time of the year. So all of y'all should be hyped and excited about your teams moving forward, because guess what? In the NFL, everybody ain't won or lost. So you can have your opinion until they start showing that they big trash out there. And then after that, then you can be like, I'm done. But right now, everybody is 0 for 0, and everybody got an opportunity. But man, Mr. Woodside, I'm gonna say never. Ain't another college football team ever going undefeated, not to win no chip. You can book that, bro. So it's gonna happen. It's too tough. The way that they're changing the parity, the SEC's going to 9 games. Now what they got to play in a conference, you're gonna have to play a Power 4 team. Bro, they're trying to make the NCAA look like the NFL.
Yeah.
You don't see no undefeated NFL teams. There's been one, the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen ever again. But listen, thank y'all for rocking with us. I just checked
and you said this a year, almost 2 years ago. So
yeah,
you were actually the first one. Now I gotta give you credit. First one with that tape. Yeah.
Well, I love college football, so I try to keep my pulse there.
I think somebody going defeated in the regular season, but whether they make it through the playoffs or not, undefeated national champions, what you saying?
Absolutely. Undefeated national, because some conferences is big trash. They're like the Big 12 is trash. Like you can make it through the Mountain West, they trash. But I'm talking about to get in the playoff when you got to actually play. Come on, man.
I think Ohio State could go to the undefeated through the Big 10 this year.
They're gonna take a lump.
State.
Nah, they're gonna beat Penn State. The games to look out for Ohio State is traveling to the University of Washington, traveling to the University of Illinois, and traveling to the Big House. Because for y'all Michigan people that watch us, y'all got one. Underwood is a dog. He's a young puppy, but he's a killer. So y'all got one in Michigan. So like I said, but listen,
hey,
I just checked. Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say he's one of them little dogs, the puppy that you think that's playing, but he actually trying to bite you.
He's a killer. Yeah, he's a killer. He will snap. Listen, by the time we get to the end of the year, he's gonna be the real deal. Michigan got a squad. I mean, but like I said, it's gonna be a rough ride for everybody this year. I think that nobody goes undefeated, but that's what's gonna make college football what it is. I really do believe that. All right, man. So, like I said, I just checked. He is barely 18. He just turned 18. Well, I'm going to check. I just checked. Matter of fact, I just checked. We only need 36 more subscribers to get to 1K. Y'all, we're close. So, as you're watching the fantasy draft show this evening, make sure that you spread it to a friend, because this is a platform that we normally don't even talk about concerning fantasy football, and you'll actually get to see our draft live, and you'll be able to call out whose team is big trash moving forward for fantasy football. Matter of fact, we're going to look for the interaction and predictions for some of you guys in the live chat, man. Because, listen, when I'm telling you there's some teams out there that do in our fantasy league, there's some killers, but there's some dudes out there that don't know. I almost said a cuss word live on air. It's the A with the A. They don't know the A with the A. And because they trash. They trash when they pick. Mm-hmm.
Can you hold up some of your fantasy magazines you be reading over there?
I only got one, and I haven't really even dove into it yet. I've done no mock drafts. I've done no mock fantasy drafts. I just bought this book actually because you can keep track of who does what and who gets picked. And they actually got check boxes for it. So I bought the book. So in that way, as we go, I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to double back and pick this guy. Because I don't like looking at it on the screen sometimes, because sometimes they'll have a player ranked real high, and you like, this dude going to be trash. And you'll see like how Mod say, you always see dry land through muddy waters, and be like, wait a minute, this dude right here is leaving out.
Yeah,
there.
that didn't work too well.
I'm just saying, that's why I got the book. I got the book because I can keep track on about who's getting picked where, and I can just check it off. This is actually the page where it shows you. It shows you where you can check the players off and that's why I do it. So that's why I got the book this year.
I like your method.
Yep.
Definitely, we've had a great show. Just thank you to Miss Teresa for coming in and being with us for a little bit. Definitely enjoyed having her here. And everybody in the chat. We always, as always, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. We would not be the KnoItAllz without the people in the chat, and we definitely appreciate you guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, so when you go live, you'll definitely get.
Hey, y'all didn't mention y'all Braves and Phillies playing each other right now, but
yeah, it don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter. I mean, that just is what it is. So I don't have anything that I really that was pressing on me to share with you guys. But the one thing I will say is you have to appreciate the people in your life. And I've said this all the time. We take people for granted, and we think that they're gonna be here always, and you don't know that. I had a friend who recently lost their parent. Something that I could say to Big G. A lot of times when I hear G talk, sometimes I hear my dad, and it gives me comfort. You know what I'm saying? When you lose someone, you never really get past that hurt. You just grow stronger. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate the people that you have in your life while you have them in your life, and understand tomorrow's not promised for anybody. So make sure that you're being a good person and being a good person to everybody in your spirit that you have feelings for and you care about. That's important. You know what I'm saying? Because when you die, what you don't want at your funeral is everybody saying he was a horrible dude. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I mean, he got on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? I'm sad he gone, but he got on my nerves. Because really, you definitely want to have those memories with that person that you can cherish and say, hey man, definitely this person was in my life and I'm better for it. I'm better for having this person in my life. Crazy story. And this is one of the reasons why I shared. I work on the phones and people call me during the day. Won't tell you for what. Come there. Just, this is my job. And a guy called me and we talked. It was an older gentleman. And I ended up helping him. He has a ministry where he goes to Africa and, he does certain things. He helps certain people out. Well, the funny thing is he was the grandfather of a guy that I played high school football with, right? And the chances of this happening is crazy. But the funny thing is me being a good person, he went back, talked to that guy and was like, man, I appreciated how you handled my grandfather. Like, being a good person, just to be a good person is a thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't, just because you're going through and you're upset and you got things you're going through, that people don't deserve your treatment. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you treat people the way that you desire to be treated. And if you don't desire, because how can you love someone if you don't love yourself first, man? You got to love you. And you should want to be treated with respect, and you should want people to treat you with respect. So that's my thing. That's Mod's moment. I'm excited about this draft. Listen, I'm trying to get another belt. I'm really trying to get a belt. It is what it is. This year I said, I'm really gonna get my head in the game. I'm gonna make sure that I stay focused, and I want a chip. I want a chip. I do. I want a chip this year. Tate has had several.
Several my ass too.
He got two. That's more than what
Pay got three.
He got three. That's more than what I had.
No, I said Pay got three. I got two.
Oh, okay.
I got cheated out of one. Yeah. I did. Y'all know I did. Dog, I ain't even gonna rehash it, bro. But y'all know what happened. But they called that Buffalo-Cincinnati game. That was a W.
Yeah.
And I had Joe Burrow, and he didn't have nobody left, and I was down 20. It was over. I got cheated. I did, man. I'm still pissed about that, man.
It's all right, man. But look, listen. You know what would be good? You know what would be crazy? I would love it if we were in the finals against each other, me versus you. That would be really good. That would be
Tate
really good.
Tate and them would be hostile.
It would be really
Tate and them would never be worried about that. How about that one?
Damn.
Never.
Wow.
Hey, stranger things.
And I think it's important to mention we all in the same division. G, myself, B Dirt, and Pay.
How did that happen?
Because it's a podcast division, it's a professional division. I set it up that way.
Yeah, that's the division's right there. He's been advertising it for like 2-3 weeks. Right there. Yeah, we all on one side.
So how is that even possible? I mean, why would you even do that?
What do you mean? Why would I do it?
That don't make sense.
We bragging rights when we come on air. We play each other a couple times a year, all of us.
Right. So when we go to the playoffs, are we gonna be playing the other bracket?
Yeah.
Top 4 teams make it.
Okay. Well, maybe it's top 4 teams could come from the podcast side if you know what you're doing. It could happen.
Yeah, that's where we at. Let's cheer champs over there.
Yeah. Courtney and them got a championship.
Hey,
And Emmett.
Yeah, Emmett got a championship too. That's the one I got cheated out of. The one Emmett got. That's the BS championship.
Hey, look. I appreciate all you guys for being a part of the KnoItAllz. I appreciate all you guys for being a part of the KnoItAllz and being here throughout this time. We're gonna catch you guys here in just a few minutes when we come back.
40.
Yeah, when we get back on the podcast for the draft. So we'll be back. We'll talk to you guys soon. Until then, we'll holla. Peace.